Good morning, everyone. If I am indeed live, am I live? Am I live? It's hard to tell sometimes. You just gotta trust that people are out there and that this is happening. So this is another live stream by Joey Only, the Caribbean Weather Dude, and that is me. I'm the guy up here in Wells, British Columbia. That all I do is think about the weather all the time. I don't think about fun or girls or love or anything else. Just weather. That's all the weather, man. That's how I roll. So it looks like we are live, and there's already one person watching. So hey, I see you have a thumbs up there, so please do hit the thumbs up. That would be awesome. Down here in the chat, if you see over here in the chat, I'll just do this so you can see. Go mid video. So down here in the chat, right here, see this thing? You can ask me stuff. Okay. Here you got a smiley face. You can use an emoji, and also you can show your support for a Weather Dude. You can send me a super, buy me a coffee, something like that. The share, thumbs up, subscribe. That's all the stuff that I need from you guys. So I'm gonna check back in on this live stream in a little bit. I'm gonna put that here. Now what I'm gonna do, because I did say I'm gonna start at 11 o'clock, and it's not 11 o'clock yet, but I felt like now that I advertised I'm gonna make a stream, you get what I'm saying. So in the meantime, here's a song that I wrote that while I make my coffee and get myself ready that you can enjoy this morning, called Walk or Rock.
It's so worthless city, they'll burn Sodom. I don't think I'll ever go back again. 2 million bodies, no living friend, and the smell of death was overwhelming. When I moved up north, I was reborn back to the country boy I was before. The horrors lurk inside your bones, and many tears in the dark are unknown. In the wilderness without a friend, in the metropolis where everything's rotten. In the wilderness without a friend, where it's the apocalypse but nothing's happening. And the thunder rolls, all you gotta know is that you're on your own. The horrors lurk inside your soul, and many men are lost in the northern cold, where the snowpack's weak or the ice is thin. Nobody's coming when you're falling. You're freezing, drowning, panicking. I promise I will never give in. In the wilderness without a friend, or in the metropolis where everything's rotten. In the wilderness without a friend, where it's the apocalypse but nothing's happening. Oh! either eating in the street or you're beaten by the woods. Either way, I'm ready and my aim is good. My eyes on there and my head sailed high. It's either me or them who is gonna die. It's either me or them who is gonna die. It's either me or them who is gonna die. It's either me or them, and someone's gonna die
Well then. Okay, I'm back. I'm 2 minutes early, but I'm back. It's not 11 o'clock. I didn't realize when I chose that video to watch that there'd be so many clips of my last girlfriend and I in it. It's kind of awkward to watch for me. Yeah, that was all video from 2000, the year 2000. So that's how long it's been since I've had a girlfriend. Yeah, okay. So enough about that. That was awkward. But let's talk about the real deal. Okay, so I promised everybody on Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers that we would have a contest. The person who gets the image of the coldest picture whatsoever, they're the ones who win a copy of Joey on the Outlaw Band album that has that last song we just heard on it. So anyways, here's a Canadian snow snake, approach with caution, right there in the middle of the road. Martina J. William. Now this, I don't know if this counts because it's not in the thread I posted, Martina. I said it has to be in this thread. So she's got well below 50 there in Puncie the other morning. She's got below 30 this morning, so it's been very cold out there in Puncie. We do have a snowfall warning now for Quesnel. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Thank you, Protecting Quesnel Public Page, for being a good contributor. It does matter to me. South Thompson River dropped 66 meters cubed, the lowest flow rate in 43 years. Name another river, I'll make that graph too. That's cool, Gina. Gina's awesome. TikTok thermometer definitely ran out of numbers from Puncie Mountain 3 days ago. But here it is. Here it is. Where is it? Special weather statement. This is my group I run with 14. Here's cold weather, cold air in the Okanagan. This is cool. That looks so cool. Steam fog and a number of steam devils. Minus 25 degrees Celsius. Okanagan Lake on January 13th. January 13th happened to be my 42 months sober. It, but I don't like the music. I'm just gonna tell you that, Wilf. So great video, but I don't think you need the music personally. But sea smoke over Okanagan Lake yesterday, so people getting lost of that same kind of image. 27 degrees, 0.6 in Penticton 2 days ago on Saturday morning. It was the coldest record ever set in the city. So they've been keeping records there since 1907. Minus 23, Shelley. Brian's got Canadian Prairie Province, although it's in Fahrenheit. Julia Mackey here in Wells, minus 45. Burritt, stay warm, stay inside. What? See, this content isn't available. If you can't read the post, it just takes up space. Sorry. I do that to people all the time. That's not just about my friend Carrie. Okanagan Lake, steam devils. So that's very, very neat pictures. They're not tornadoes, no. but they do look pretty cool. Not tornadoes, but look cool. Why can't I find that post? Minus 30. So I made this post and I said, this is the cold weather contest post. And only people's images out in Nimpo, close to 50. And only images, and I can't seem to find it. Like, that tells me that people have not been commenting on my post. Because it's nowhere near the top. Cold snap contest. All right. If you want to win, your picture has to be in this post. That was the contest rules, friends. So I've seen some pretty crazy pictures there. But if it's not on this post, I can't read what that says in Nimpo. 48.5. So I'm going to take it some time. I don't know if there may be too many comments here. Get out of here. There might be too many comments here for me to just randomly guess. 21, 37, 2. I'm going to have to look at all these. 35 at Deca. So far, Georgette Rosk looks to be the winner. Susan Phillips, minus 33, 37 in Prince George for Katie. Green Lake in the 30s. Coldest so far in Topley. Puncy Mountain, and there she is. Martina's got it. Thing is, Facebook's being very awkward. Look at, I can't close the image. I don't have the ability to comment. Your platform is driving me crazy, Facebook. I'll tell you that. Okay, well, I was going to comment, but I couldn't. This is not making for a very good show so far. I can't find that. So Martina's probably the winner, but the question is, how do we get an official number on this? I can't read the official number. Is this a winner? Been using Juna for my... I think we got a winner. I think it's going to be Martina. I kind of suspected when I started this little contest to win the Joey Only Outlaw Band CD that the winner would probably be in somewhere either north of Prince George or somewhere near the Rocky Mountains or in Puncy. I had 3 places where I figured it was going to be. And knowing Martina's record of having the coldest temperature, every time someone's got the coldest temperature to talk about, there was a good chance it was going to be her. So official record in Puncy, I believe, was 49, and she's got a couple degrees colder. She's a little bit higher up and outside of town, so it's not officiable. It's not usable data. Unfortunately, your numbers, your values on your home unit, but they are interesting and they are telling, nonetheless. Okay, here is Google Earth today. Let's have a look at the Google Earth. So we do see this storm that's been pushing through here has put a little bit of snow into the Kootenays. Maybe, I mean, before I say anything, I better watch the whole animation. So here's our next series of storms. And you can see how they are counterclockwise feeding in. They're pulling some air from here, get some warm air there. So we got storms on the coast. That is the case. We are expecting stormy weather to approach us. And this is the planet Earth. This is the pale blue dot. Everyone you've ever tried to, they're all here. Every one of them. All right. So weather information for today. Let's get talking about the bad weather battle board across Canada. So here's the battle board today. It's lots of reds, and it's been much the same. We'll start up north, and we got a pretty good idea what this is going to say. It's going to say extreme wind chill warning. It's been saying that for a week. So these poor people They have no hope anymore. Heavy snow expected in the Cassiar Mountains, 15 to 20 centimeters. We'll just scooch on in here and look at the Yukon side. Watson Lake, Atlan, Teslin, so Yukon, BC crosses over 10 to 15 centimeters there. If you go straight west to Fort Nelson, the Pine Pass, Williston, Bulkley, so that is also this area too. These two forecast dots also include this area, so that's a little bit confusing for some people. But that includes Pine Pass, Williston, Bulkley, Valley Lakes District, McGregor, Muncho Park, and Dease Lake. I do like that they do this because I don't think it's necessary. To click on 3 different things to find out that they say that they have the exact same forecast, basically 10 to 15 centimeters. Good enough. So great. I mean, it's not like 10 to 15 centimeters is some huge deal. Like, oh my God, 10 to 15 centimeters. You know, like, how much do you got to say about 10 to 15 centimeters in northern British Columbia? So wind chill values, Arctic outflow warning still continues there for the north coast, including Terrace, British Columbia, minus 20 to 25 going on there. So that risk of frostbite and hypothermia, inland section of the coast, that includes Terrace and Kitimat. Values of minus 20 until at least Wednesday. So you are getting some of the cooler air in this trip. So that's great for you. If you go over to Nechako, Prince George, Caribou, North Caribou, including Quesnel, Yellowhead Highway, Tetuan, Cache to the Alberta border, 15 to 20 centimeters of snow is expected here by Tuesday afternoon or evening. Here in the Pine Pass, just got that little road. Heavy snowfall warning for the Pine Pass, 10 to 15 centimeters though. So it's basically the same as everyone else's forecast. And now, if we go further south, we have special weather statement. Special weather statement for the Chilcotin. At the time, Pacific low pressure will push the coast from the west. So now you got the basic idea. Kin basket there. Periods of prolonged snow expected Tuesday to Wednesday. Down in the Cran, the extreme cold warning continues for Cranbrook. So that's great for you. Wind chill values of minus 35 or lower, between 30 to 35 degrees Celsius is going on. And that doesn't seem to be, they will moderate late this morning. So it doesn't seem to be lasting all that much longer for you. We'll probably sometime soon be seeing a change in that. West Columbia, we got still the cold going on there, yes. So that's one thing. But we also have special weather statement, West Pacific low. So that's the same as everyone. I don't know why we have all the highway passes separated if they're going to say the exact same things. So that's one thing I think that Environment Canada could switch up. Remove if the highway passes make sense to forecast, sure, show them up. But if not, just have a straight gray. Arctic outflow warning continues, minus 20 down the eastern Fraser Valley. So isn't that special? The risk of frostbite, hypothermia. If you go to the coast there, temperatures hovering by 0. Snow is expected to begin Tuesday evening, continue to Wednesday morning. So that's everybody. Metro Vancouver, Surrey, Langley, British Columbia. You will be getting some snow. And that does also include over there on Nanoose Bay, Fanny Bay, and such. So that's most of the deal for British Columbia in the next coming days. And we'll talk about more of that soon. So we got still extreme cold warning up north, 50 degrees for the far north up in the Northwest Territories. Extreme cold warning for Chippewa and Lake. But if you look, it's like all of Alberta still. Minus 40s. It doesn't matter where you go. But this place right here that's been so extremely cold. Man, some of the most bitter air has been in this sort of section and leaking out towards Edmonton and things like that. It has finally got no cold weather warning. So that's a change, a positive one for some of our Alberta friends, because even if that is not your change yet, it will be your change sooner than later. Minus 40 to 50 at times in southern Saskatchewan, and the same is much the same up north. We had a blizzard warning in Churchill yesterday, Fort Churchill and Churchill. That's where my friend Joe Stover lives. He comes on our show every week, every Thursday. No, he doesn't come on every Thursday. What am I saying? We wish he came on every Thursday because he's awesome. 70 to 80 kilometer winds, visibility reduced. Conditions improved Monday night, though, as winds ease. And some of this, these little dots out in the middle of nowhere. Ongoing blizzard conditions in Baker Lake. Arviat. There be pirates up there in Arviat. And Coral Harbor, same thing. So we got basically across blizzards going on in the far north. Now here's a hodgepodge of things. Lake Superior country there, Wawa, Pecosqua Park, 40 to 70 centimeters of snow expected by Wednesday morning. Bam! Multi-day lake effect snow will affect areas of Lake Superior Tuesday and possibly into Wednesday. So that's interesting because I've been around Lake Superior in the middle of the winter driving through this stretch, and I've come across some pretty violent weather when I did so. However, the lake was frozen. So you couldn't have lake effect snow without open water. So that's telling. Lake Superior has open water, 10 to 15 centimeters of snow chop below, and Missinaibi Lake. Just zoom in a little bit. Just south of Sault Ste. Marie and Blind River and Thessalon, a snow squall warning, 15 centimeters could be happening there. So lots, 2 to 3 centimeters per hour peak snowfall for Owen Sound, Blue Mountains, northern Grey County. 10 to 20 centimeters by early Tuesday up into Algonquin Park, Huntsville, Baseville. We got 20 to 50 centimeters locally. Snowfall rates peaks possibly exceeding 5 centimeters an hour. So early Tuesday could see 20 to 50 centimeters into that west side of what would be Algonquin Park, and then out towards Parry Sound and such. Did I click on this red bugger? I must have. Over in Kingston, Ontario, weather 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. That's fine. Down in Prince Edward County here, Picton Sandbanks Park, 10 to 20 centimeters of snow. And if we go all the way down to Fort Erie, that includes Niagara Falls, well in South Niagara region, Ontario, 10 to 20 centimeters of snow there. So they are getting some snow for a change in Southern Ontario. That is probably overdue for them. And William Blythe, Northern Erie County, that continues the same. So we do have our last bits of special weather statements as last weekend's storm moves out through to we have new weather coming up that way as well. So significant snowfalls could hit eastern Quebec on Wednesday. Anticosti has the same thing. So you're going to see a lot of it. It's probably going to see the same thing. Yes. So over in Newfoundland, strong winds expected. They had some, man, there were some bad winds this weekend. 5 to 15 centimeters and maybe up to 90 kilometer hour winds. Throughout parts of Newfoundland and Labrador, 70 to 100 kilometer hour winds for Lodge Bay. We can just go check out the Rec House winds area and see if they have anything special. Because these are the areas right here where some of the craziest winds, up to 140 kilometers an hour in the Rec House area. So there you go. Not too often you see 140 forecasted. So that is just a little peeky-doo at the bad weather battle board across this nation. Okay, how are we doing in the live stream this morning? We got a couple people here. Oh, wow, look at all the comments. This is amazing. Good morning, Shelly. Always good to see you. Kirby, good morning. Martina has to win. Yes, she does. I just had to make absolute sure. Oregon is crazy right now. Talking to my mom, and they have ice and things are frozen right now. Yes, Brian Schmidt from Portland Weather Uncensored. They've been kind of joking about there's been some crazy forecasts. Maybe they didn't quite come to pass. However, they're still getting some bad weather nonetheless, which is moving out today. Quite a few homes here with frozen pipes in Penticton. There's quite a few. There's a home right here with a frozen water pipe. I've been having a hard time cooking and eating and cleaning the last 4 days. I spent a lot of the time the last 4 days sleeping for 3-4 hours at a time, getting up and making sure the stove was full, because at minus 35, I tell you, I'll give you an example. This morning, it was about minus 20 or something when I woke up, and I let the fire go out last night, and I woke up at a normal, reasonable time and got up and did my thing. I eventually started a fire. It was, a little chilly in here, but the difference is, like, I can let the fire go out at minus 20, and I'm sort of northern and tough enough that I can get up and be like, bam, let's go. Cool, it's just a little chilly. When you get to that 30s, no way. Something changes. Something changes in nature. Something changes with me. Things crack and pop and ice heaves and ground shifts, and when you get to that deep cold, weird shit happens. So thanks, Diana Vall. Really appreciate how. Thanks for all your help saving lives. I don't know. But I appreciate that you share my stuff so much. I really appreciate that. Lindsay Kramer, we're 1 degree here on Williams Lake. Wow. That's interesting. Sun's out in the hat. That's what brought it up for the moment. And I still can't even walk my dog without freezing my eyes off, says Jason. By the way, Jason, who has sent me some hard drives. I need to go to the Jack today, where the post office in Wells is, and pick up some new hard drives. So those are examples. It doesn't have to be a Patreon or a PayPal donation, or it doesn't have to be a super donation. If you feel like giving me some, man, you can. There's real world things I could use. I'm not a money guy, I'm not driven by money. I just so happen to need it to survive, and I'm not a fan of that. but that's the way reality is. So let's close this guy for today. I don't think there's anything else I really want to say on Environment Canada too much. I spent a lot of time looking at in the last 2 days all the records that were broken. So for the most part, I don't think there's many more broken after that. So you could do yourself a favor if you want and just head on over there. You can watch those videos, and we cannot cover the same content twice. So right now, because there's not been much for snow, we do have an incident way up here. So what's this? And this is what drives me crazy. Click on it. No, I want to open the fucking incident. Ah! Ah! I'm clicking on it. And nothing happened. After all that clicking. But hey, that's good. Boot pack back there with the other ski. So they lost a ski in this little avalanche here. So that's cool. And there's even a picture. Not much of an abbey, but snow did move and probably freaked him out for a second, right? And we'll click on this guy, see how many times it takes. Beware of BLT, hard wind slab. Okay. Total in the group, people involved 1. So as we said, avalanche ran 50 meters. So like none of these avalanches are really that intense. You know, and that's the problem, is that we'll forget once all this snow starts piling up in the next 2 weeks. We could see a lot of snow in the next 2 weeks. We could start seeing some changes in these avalanche conditions, and people, they've been having a hard time going in the mountains here. I mean, we've only got, I don't know what's on the up right now at Yanks Peak here, where everyone likes to go snowmobiling, but I'm probably guessing it's not much more than 50 centimeters are on the ground, and I don't think it's dense snow, so there's not a good base. So you're gonna go ride a snowmobile up there, you're stand a chance to hit a rock and fuck your sled up. I do recall a time I was in Forest Power Sports in Prince George back when I used to run sled a lot. I can't afford to have a snowmobile anymore, to run a snowmobile anymore. Part of being a dad and being poor. So I go there and they say, "Oh, you're from Wells? Yeah, we just had a guy here from Wells. It was early November. And I was just getting some parts from my pull cord assembly or whatever, right?" And I was like, "Oh, did you? Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, he's out early, I guess, and smashed his snowmobile right into a rock." I was like, "Oh, really? Huh? You happen to know the guy's name?" "Yeah, I think his name was Jason," he said. I said, "Thank you very much for the information." Jason was the cop. He took the RCMP sled out for early run and smashed it up. That was good intel. I appreciated hearing that one. So thank you very much, Forest Weather Sport, Power Sports. I've been laughing for years. So, okay, what's going on here today? Arctic air remains firmly entrenched across all best combat today. Extreme cold temperatures will gradually moderate slowly over the next day or so. Outflow slowly eases and a frontal system of the Gulf of Alaska approaches the Yukon and northern BC. The frontal system will slide through BC and reach the south coast by late Tuesday. At the same time, the latest NWP models are suggesting a low from the Pacific approaching the south coast as well. If these two meet over the south coast Tuesday night, it could result in a potential good snow event for the south coast ranges. Moisture and precipitation will then spread across the southern interior during the day on Wednesday. There's still some uncertainty, but we'll be keeping an eye on this one. Thank you, Environment Canada. Okay. Thank you, I guess it's on. Thank you, Avalanche Canada. And Avalanche. Okay, so there's our lows, and see what's happening. And there's it's not. I don't find these maps that awesome, but it's a map which could maybe give you an idea. And I have to tell you what it says down here because it's on. Okay, anyways, there's two upper cross. Okay, whatever. Day 2. Snow. I just swallowed my coffee down the wrong goddamn pipe. Ugh. That was tough. Clear, very cold there, southern Alberta, southern BC, but outflow winds to the coast, but then you got the snow up north. So that's really nice. Oh, hey, Kenny, I'm okay. I'm okay, buddy. Yeah, Kenny needs to find out what's wrong with Daddy. So look at the BC interior on Tuesday. Frontal system over the Alaska Panhandle slides southeastward across interior BC, spreading snow across North Rockies and the Caribous. By late afternoon, the north-south edge of snow looks to be near Revelstoke. So that is who's looking forward to some of it on. Anyways, so let's go and have a look here. Here's a loop of model images. So what we see here, Kenny. This is Kenny, and Kenny's a dog, and Kenny loves weather too. You want to be on camera, Kenny? There you go. There's Kenny. He's a loving camera hound, right? And all he loves is cameras and being on them. So here he is. You know what we need more of? We need more of Kenny. Okay, come here for a sec, Kenny. There, look at this. This is the camera. See that? Aren't you, sweetie? How come your breath smells weird? What were you eating? Did you get into something when you're outside? So Kenny is a red heeler puppy. He's getting close to 5 months old, but he's not quite there yet. He's still just a little guy, but he's very, very sweet. So is my Kenny. He loves to snuggle in the mornings. Right close, doesn't he? He loves to snuggle. And when I first got him, he was very confused when I'd be making videos. He'd like almost bothered, like, who's he talking to? And then when I do edit it afterwards and play it again afterwards, and I'm sitting here and he's hearing me talk, but I'm still sitting here and I'm not talking. Blew his little dog mind, man. Didn't it? So did you know that healers, red healers, are, they're mixed, who they're crossbred with to exist is dingoes. Okay, you gotta settle down, bud. Can you settle? Shh, settle. Yeah, settle down. He probably needs to go out. So here we go. We just seen this big storm passing over eastern Canada. And it's making for some odd shapes in the jet stream. So this is the jet stream. Settle down, Kenny. Settle. This is the jet stream images. And this sort of shows you where that cold has kind of been reaching out and going to. And how far it's made it. It gives you an idea. And I'm going to hit play. And we're going to watch a big change happen this week. When that big, ready for it. Boom! There it is. There it is. By the 22nd of January, that is warmer weather moving up. So we do have some cooler nights ahead. But we do have some nicer weather ahead too. So that's the nice news, according to the GFS model. Okay. We'll just leave the GFS model for a second because we don't really do much. And any other comments? Lindsay Kramer. Hi, Kenny. Everyone loves Kenny. I still can't walk my dog with her feet, so we already said that. I forgot to say I'm American, says Lindsay Kramer. That's okay. We like a lot of Americans around here, too. We got a border collie named Nova. She's 10 months old. That's nice. Nova means new. That is the root word for Nova, is new. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so I've been talking here for a little while, and that's what you want me to do, I guess. That's what the show is all about. So I'm gonna take a couple seconds here and get myself back into coffee mode because one thing I do like to do when I'm sitting here talking to all you is have lots of coffee. I should probably just make this back within in the camera here. So what I'm gonna do is set you up another video here of some sort of Joey song and go make my coffee and then come back and prepare to talk some more about who gets the snow, how the snow comes, and what's going to happen. So I'm pretty stoked on all that. Okay. Here you go. Here's a good one from an old album of mine that you could quite enjoy. So we're going to listen to Birthday Blizzard Bus Ride Blues. I'm going to turn my...
I turned 29 on a Greyhound bus, driving in the northern night. My eyes were closed and it was dark outside, full highways, never seen other light. Traveling all around on a passenger bus is the story of my sorry life. Turned 29 on a Greyhound bus, I never knew the hour or the time. It was 3 in the morning when we crossed the line up over top the Great Divide. So it was falling on the April night, and it was freaking cold outside. I was returning to Alberta because at the time it had been spring back up there for a month. I left the west coast cause I hate the rain when the record-setting blizzard come up. There's a storm in my soul and an empty hole. The winds are blowing and the weather's cold, and I got no home through the north I roam, singing folk songs and terrible poems. I turned 29 on a Greyhound bus, driving in the northern night. Turned 29 on a Greyhound ship, I never knew the hour or the time. When I got home to Netton in the afternoon, that blizzard, it was piling high. So Lance 3, he went off to Mexico, and Timmy Oss was playing all night. The winds are blowing and the bar was empty when everybody stayed home inside. 'Twas a big bad blizzard 2008, but the prairie farmers call it alright. They near the moisture, you see. Oh, why, there's a birthday guy traveling on a bus in a northern night. And why is there a blizzard on April day? I guess Alberta kinda works that way. I turned 29 on a Greyhound bus, driving in a northern night. Turned 29 on a Greyhound ship, I never knew the hour or the time. What time was it, Jeff? Coast is raining and the east coast is hot, and Alberta's what the coast they are not. I turned 29 on a Greyhound bus, my life it was always in flux, and I got no hometown anymore. There's 1,000 I can call my own. When the earth is traveling beneath my feet, it's the only peace that I'll ever know. I turned 29 on a Greyhound night. The blizzard it was in me as us outside, and I was all alone where I had no friends. Wonder when my life's journey's might end. I turned 29 on a Greyhound bus, driving in the northern night. Turned 29 on a Greyhound ship, I never knew the hour or the time. I turned 29 on a Greyhound ship, I never knew the hour or the time. I never knew the hour or the time. I never knew the hour or the time.
I had my microphone off this whole time. Oh my God. Oh, I am so sorry. So I just said all kinds of cool stuff, and I was muted the whole time. More or less, what I said was we got cold pushing in, or cold fighting between cold and Pacific weather. I just totally screwed this live stream up, didn't I? So I keep trying to do things to make it cooler, but then every time I do, it just makes it worse because I'm not very good at this. So cold weather, maybe sticking around a little longer than we thought, and snow trying to fight its way in, Pacific weather trying to fight its way in, moisture to work with as we get into later half of the month. We'll see how this plays out this week, how much precipitation makes it inland, how much that cold can stay. There's a big snow story that's been going on that came up through the East Coast and formed this storm that we've been seeing here that's over chill right now, making that blizzard. It's pulling all this cold air still down into parts of the country where we don't really want it yet. So we may have that cold stick around a little bit longer. I am so sorry for muting myself. I tried to do something awesome to make this show better, and instead I totally ruined it. I totally ruined it. That's me. God damn it. You know what? When I get more knowledge and information on the subject, I will make another video, and I promise I will not mute myself. With that said, sorry that I amateur. Please support the channel. Damn, yeah. Oh well. That's about an hour of Joey streaming. Ever since I played my stupid song, I made sure that you couldn't hear anything I said. So that was a good trade-off. A song for lots of boring talking. Good trade-off this morning. Excellent. Is anyone still on here? Oh yeah. Let's just have one more go through this. I guess then we'll see. I'm so sorry. So we got, the question is, we got all the snow coming this week, and we still have expectations that we're gonna have temperatures at times dropping very deeply. I'm skeptical of that. So, are we going to have the cold winning out, or are we going to have the snow winning out? I don't think it's going to be both. And that's kind of what, if you look at this model, it would give you the impression like, oh yeah, it'll minus 20 at night and snowing. Well, that's not that common, but it can be if that moisture gets into the cold hard enough and allows itself to drop. So, I mean, could. Generally, you don't see a lot of snow when it's that deeply cold. So Tuesday, definitely it's working through. And then if you got plans for this weekend, as things moderate, slush and freezing rain conditions, more change between roads that you can drive on, roads that you will slip off and die on. So that's my last overlook, and I'll be back maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably be back doing more things live streaming wise. I don't know if I'll be back talking as much about weather for the rest of the day. Yeah. So again, thanks for the support. Sorry, I totally fucked this stream up. Yeah. And even now, I was talking about models and graphs, and I don't even have it on. So I think it's time that I take a little break and try to get my shit together, because I totally blew this broadcast. But I know that you totally don't mind how it's kind of a mountain man, doesn't have a lot of skills when it comes to things that I'm trying to do. Okay, bye everybody. We'll talk again soon. Sorry about that.